Back again to share about working with angels. You know, in the first video on this topic, I made the statement, something the Lord had told me, that if you're doing the will of the Father, you are already working with angels. That's something to keep in mind, that we need to hear God's voice and obey it, and heaven will come alongside us and partner with us in the things that the Lord has for us to do. And so, on that theme, let me share this testimony about working with angels. Not too awful long ago, our family went, excuse me, and attended a conference that was being conducted by a different ministry. And during the course of the conference, I was asked by them to pray for some of the people in the prayer line. And I said, yes, absolutely. I love to pray. And so I'd be honored to do that. And so I came up and I went to the edge of the crowd of the people that had come forward for prayer. So when I did that, as I stood there, the Lord spoke to me and he said, no, you were supposed to go to the middle. And so I said, okay, Lord, yes, Lord, I'll go to the middle. Now, I hadn't heard the Lord say that, but apparently he had, and I must have missed it. But when he corrected me and I went to the middle, I had only been standing there for just maybe a few seconds, 5 seconds or so, when all of a sudden an angel appeared behind me, leaned over the top of me. He was quite tall. He leaned over the top of me and extended his wings over the top of me like a canopy. When he did that, his wings also covered a young man that was maybe 3 or 4 feet, probably 4 feet in front of me. So this angelic canopy was over myself and the young man in front of me. So, I discerned that the Lord wanted me to pray for the young man or minister to him in some way. And so I kind of surveyed the young man up and down, looked at him, and as I looked at his feet, a small diamond appeared between his feet. And I was drawn to his feet then after seeing that. So I knelt down and I took hold of his feet and I began to pray for the young man. Now, all of this time, the angel's covering us. He's standing over us. I was shaking. I was a bit undone. I could have easily let myself just kind of fall into a heap on the floor because, sometimes when you have encounters with God's angels, what they're carrying is a little bit overwhelming. Many times they will veil the power that they carry or the presence or the glory that they carry just so that you can handle it. But other times it's more apparent and it's sometimes, frankly, a little difficult to handle. This was one of those times. And so I was shaking, but I was still handling it pretty well. And so I was praying for the young man, holding on to his feet. Then the Lord told me to stand and prophesy. And so I stood up and I put my hand on the young man's chest and I began to prophesy the words that the Lord put in my mouth. I can't tell you what I said. I don't remember. I didn't carry that awareness with me past the moment. I said what the Lord told me to say, and all of this time we're covered by the angel's wings. And after I was done, then I didn't see the angel after that. So not to say that he went away, but I just couldn't see him after that. I believe the Lord did that for a reason. I believe the Lord did not want me to think or try and reason about how to pray, what to say. Is God going to heal him? Is God not going to heal him? I believe that the reason the Lord made it so obvious that he was involved in this was because he did not want me getting involved in the flesh. He just wanted me to obey his instruction and see the miracle unfold. Does that make sense to you? So I didn't even really have time or the ability to bring doubt into the situation. I was so overwhelmed by what God was doing. So I prophesied over the young man. His parents were weeping. In the natural, it didn't look like a winnable situation. Sometimes someone sprains their wrist and you can pray with great faith, but someone that's possibly dying, you really pray and believe, but sometimes it's difficult. I don't know if you've encountered that, but I have. And in this particular moment, it was not difficult because of the obvious presence of heaven. That what God was doing was so over the top and obvious, I could not even bring doubt into the situation. So I finished prophesying for him, and then the Lord led me to go pray for some other people. But the Lord spoke to me about the young man's situation. He said, this young man has received prayer from countless people for several years, and he's still hoping, he was still believing. And the Lord said, but tonight is his night for his miracle. And so I couldn't doubt that. I absolutely could see that this was his night for his miracle. And so I was very excited to partner with heaven, because I'll tell you something. When the Lord basically is doing everything, and he's making it obvious that he's doing everything, and all you have to do is just get out of the way and speak the words he puts in your mouth, and extend your hand if he tells you to, or pray or prophesy or whatever he tells you to do. It makes it really easy on us to partner with heaven. God gives us the instruction, we follow it, and his will is done. It's really an amazing thing. I've seen this many times that if we just obey the instruction of the Lord, do the will of the Father, the miracle comes to pass. I've got some more great testimonies that I'll share with you in upcoming videos, but I just want you to be encouraged that God's angels partner with us whether we're aware of it or not. So I would encourage you to start asking God to give you an awareness of the things of heaven, to be more apparent the things of heaven in your life, to be more, you'll be encouraged, you'll be provoked, you'll be excited, not for the angels, okay? Now we're not saying get excited for the angels. No, get excited for the Lord. If you seek the Lord, all these other things will be added to you. It will become normal life. Does that make sense to you? So seek God and watch his kingdom unfold in your life, and believe when he gives you an instruction, when you do the will of the Father, you will see his hand manifest around your life in these kinds of ways. So God bless you. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you again real soon.